Good morning, everybody. Okay, so I'm back. My panels that I used the crafting glue, this type of crafting glue to paint, have dried. It took it, excuse me, it took it until Saturday to really get fully dry because I just let it air dry. I didn't want to put it in the dryer as wet as it was at the time. And so I just continued to let it air dry all the way through the weekend. So I'm going to, I laid this out how I want it to be sandwiched in between the two layers here. And I'm just going to do like I always do, except I'm using this little pouch like I was telling you the other day. I'm using this little pouch as an extra little pocket here, and I'm going to put this glue, actually I think I will just put it down here. Hold on. Goodness, thought I had that already off. Put it up into that little fluffy part as well. I'll just do it a little sporadically down here because I want to use this hot glue as well. Okay, I think I'm just going to put that little label. I mean, you can cut that off. It's not going to be seen. Probably would be much better to just cut it off at this point. Okay, so I'm going to bring this up. It's not going to be flush to the bottom there. I'm going to bring this up to where the zipper is not so embedded down in there. The reason I'm bringing that zipper up higher is because I don't want it to get I don't want it to snag on here and this fluffiness every time I unzip it or whoever unzips it. But I also don't want the black to show that's on the bag down there. So with this being a little bit shorter, it's going to be a little different. I think I may do it this way with this facing towards me so that I can see what's happening here. Okay, let's bring it over a little bit closer. I don't want a gap between the two, between that little pouch. I'm making sure it's to the edge. I don't want a gap between the little pouch and the bag itself. I'd rather the gap, or rather it be more over here to the right hand side of me. Okay, that's good. And since I have it in place, I'm not going to do a whole lot of lifting it back up all the way because I may get it off. So I'm going to do it that way. let me test it before I put the hot glue. Yeah, I think that'll work good. I could slide this up just a hair. Okay, so now let's put the hot glue and put it on the bag, I think, because okay. I'll go to this side. I noticed if this bag was like edge to edge and this was edge to edge, you could like almost leave that a bag like that. Now if I find one that fits edge to edge, I probably would do that. Because there's one over here that I think something like that would be great. Like this one, I just want something furry on the other side. And then just leave this front side. I showed y'all that before, but every time I go to the store, I keep forgetting to look for some fur, which it probably wouldn't be much out right now, even faux fur. I mean, I'm not really looking for real fur, but if I find it, and it's something tacky looking that I don't mind taking apart, I will do that. Okay, so let's get this other part on now. And it's really kind of cute to be covering up. However, I'm making a grown-up bag look, so that's why I'm covering that up with no reservations. Getting down. Why am I opening? Alright, I gotta hurry up before it sets. Hot glue is something else. Set up kind of quick on you. Oh, I got lost in the shuffle there for a minute. I was like, where is my side I was working on? I'll do the outer edges after the fact. At this point, I want to get the middle glued down really good and secure. Here I go with this again. With my glue stick getting crazy. And just go in there little by little. I don't have to worry so much about that liquid glue setting up as fast. Even if it was fabric glue, I don't have to worry about it setting up as fast. So you can work with that. You'll have time to work with that for a while. So let's go back into this corner. And now all you really have to do is check your edges and make sure they are glued down the way you want them to be. So when you open them up, you'll see that it opens up. Otherwise, they don't really open up. I'm gonna put a little bit there. This side. Okay, yes. I need to do some on this side. Okay. Yeah, that's my top right there. Okay, so let's get some here. Almost done, guys. This is a great project that does not take a whole lot of time to complete. Okay. So there's the top side. Make sure, so it tells you have to be careful up here. And really, I kind of want to glue some of that down, but I'm going to have to be careful when I do. It is not too close to my zipper. So there's that. In that little pocket, you can slip, I don't know if that is eyeglasses, but yeah, you can slip your eyeglasses down in there. Carry them right there on the side. No digging around for them. Or you can put your pen there. Options, options, options. I don't know anybody with a cell phone that small, so that's out. But there you go. I definitely love that little, just slide my glasses right down in there, because I'm always having to go dig for my glasses so I can read the menus and things. But okay, I'm gonna put some glue is dripping. Sure don't want to get my skin in that. I'm gonna put a little bit up here just to hide that black showing. A little bit right there. Then that pink, which the pink blends good, so I don't mind that little bit of black showing either, really. But I feel like it gives it a finishing touch to just have it tucked away in there. And so all you have to do is flick it with your thumb to see if it exposes the black. I don't want to get too carried away because I don't want to have to trim it out of the way after all of that. Okay, so there's a little bit on that side revealing itself. Okay. Alright guys. Another successful project down in a nice pretty fuchsia pink. I love it. Nice pretty fuchsia pink, and this one already has a little tab on it that you can go with, or you can add another little piece. That'd be good to have that big paper clip on there, and you could really kind of put both on there together if you wanted to. There's room. You can layer it up. So there we go. There we have it. Get my stuff out of the way. Get my stuff out of the way. Ugh. There we go. Just make sure you don't get your zipper caught up in all that fluff. But here we go. Finished product. Voila. I love it. Alright guys. So the next thing that I'm looking at is, I told you on another video that I had painted absolutely too much. I got carried away. So I went back and I painted some orange on there just to see how it would do. And some of that was bleeding through. And I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can see it right there on camera where it's bleeding through. So I really don't know if this is, if this orange is going to cover that, or if I'm going to have to do some more white, or if I'm going to have to just go and get something that will cover it. So maybe like some DIY paint or something like that that will conceal all of that color if it proceeds to bleed through. Now it may not, so I'm going to try it down here on the corner where I see a lot of it at and test it out. I would think that this orange would be dark and deep and dark enough, rich enough to hide that. on top of that white. But once it's soaked in, I don't really know. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and use all that I put out here in this paint tray. Since I got a little time left on this video, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come back on the next one. I will let you see how it did. Then at least that way you'll know that you can kind of wipe the slate clean and start again if you do something you don't like. Pink right there around that, so I'm going to get that out. Okay, so let me just add a little bit more. One thing I noticed about this brush is that it absorbs a lot of your paint or glue or whatever you're using. It really absorbs quite a bit of it. Or it loads quite a bit in there, I guess I could say, because I don't know that it's actually absorbing, but it grabs a lot and puts a lot down as well. So that's a good thing and a bad thing for me, because I feel like I use so much more paint or glue or whatever I'm using. Paint mostly. I'm not going to put this one in any glue if I can help myself, because it's kind of crazy trying to get all that glue out after the fact. And sometimes I feel like my brushes don't work as good after. But as you can see, and I feel like if I was using one of those smaller brushes, that I would still be stretching that paint out. But not so much with this brush. But as you can see, you can kind of, it's in there, so you can kind of move it around on the fabric as well to get it out. So okay, let me just pull something down here because it is thick, and I might need that thickness too to cover that, because I'm trying to cover up that dark paint down there. Now where that new paint is meeting with the old paint, I don't know if it's going to get as dark when it dries. It might. If not, I'll put another layer, but I think it's going to get as dark as that. I think I'm going to be okay with that. Okay, so I like that much better, because now my butterfly is the focal point and my butterfly stands out, and that's how I wanted it. I have a piece of cardboard down in there, if y'all were wondering. I'll put that in there because I was having some bleed through, and I don't want anything back here. I think I'm just going to leave that plain white, unless I decide to make it fluffy back there. You know I might. But, yeah, I like that much better. But in the meantime, if I don't decide to cover the back with something, I'm going to just use a little Clorox with that cardboard still in there, and just dab it on there to get that out so that the back stays perfectly white. And I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna cover these straps. I kind of feel like I want to, but to be honest, I don't know with what yet. But I did find this lady, her channel, and she has a lot of, she makes covers for journals. She makes journals, and she makes these really nice covers for them. And it just gave me some great ideas for covering my bags. So I'm going to bring some of that to you guys. I think that is going to be like really fun, really inspiring. I had thought of putting, if I have something plain, kind of like this, but like this side is plain, and I just want to carry it like this, and I may try it. I had thought about using a hot glue gun and just making some designs with it, some just squiggles, just like, you know, if you were just doodling on a piece of paper. So just some squiggles, some doodles, and then paint over it. That I had in mind, and she did one with the cover. The only thing is trying to adhere hot glue to these types of surfaces. Hot glue takes great to paper or fabric like this, like a cotton. But on these like pleather and plastic kind of surfaces and glass, it don't want to stick so well. So I think I would have to paint it with maybe some of this fabric glue or something like that, and let that dry. But I gotta make sure that the fabric glue will stick to this and not lift, so that after all of that, I don't end up with like a skin like that you can end up pulling off. So I don't want it to be a skin. But then again, if it was a skin, I probably could re-glue it. That's a thought. She was making skins from glue, which was, it was wild. It was cute, I like that, and it was painted and this, that, and the other. But yeah, I could do that. If it ended up being a skin and it lifted, I could put a different type of glue, like a Gorilla Glue or something, and then reattach the skin to it. Who knows? We're just gonna try some stuff out. So, okay, then I found this. This is a placement for your plate. Lord have mercy, I can't even think. So I want to do something with this. It's plasticky, like a plastic feel to it. So I'm thinking of either making a pocket or make it into a clutch, maybe like that, or take another one and attach those, maybe cut it down. I do want to make some bigger bags, but I don't think I want it like that square. I don't know that I want it that big. I don't know yet. But, and then I was looking at, let me move this out of the way as it dries. So then I was looking at, because I have this bag I haven't done anything with, and I bought it at the same time as the one you just saw. Oh, sorry, my foot hit the tripod. Okay, so there's that, and then I was thinking maybe if I cut it in half, I could attach this and make it a pocket on the front of there. And I like that because I really like this blue against that white, and like really not get too wild about it. Just maybe make a pocket there, attach it here and across, and just have that as an opening. Because I'm beginning to think more and more that it's going to become a thing, and it may be already in some parts of America, but I think more and more it's going to become a thing that we are going to have to take our own shopping bags into the store. I think that's just something that we just need to get used to, because the more disasters happen and the more these companies have to cut back, they're going to cut out making these bags, because why not? I mean, they probably could save a ton of money by not offering a bag when we could just simply recycle a bag or take a cloth bag. It's not a big deal. Just take your bags. I mean, at this point, we're going to have to get used to a whole lot of new ways to do business and to live, and it not be so toxic, guys. So, because I was in Sally's the other day, and I bought my little boxes of Wella. So I told my husband, I said, dang it, I wish I would have had one of my little swag bags with me, because they're perfect. The little boxes, they fit right down in there. Let me show you. I know I don't need to demonstrate this, but I wanted to show you the size of the boxes. But they're perfect. I bought 3. And she was like, I'm sorry, we don't have any bags because corporate won't send us any bags. Go figure. Yeah, I think this is going to be a thing with a lot of corporate companies. They're not going to send it. But that's perfect. And I could have gotten even 3 more in there. Really, I could have. Easily. But I said, wow, that would have been the perfect opportunity for me to show my little bag off. Oh my God, at the cash register. So, I mean, y'all might want to go ahead and I'm going to leave that in there and take it to work tomorrow. In there. So, y'all might want to go ahead and wrap your heads around this whole thing that I'm doing here, because times are changing. We gotta start thinking more economically. We have to start thinking more about the universe, about our litter, our trash, our rubbish. I like when the Europeans say rubbish. We'll have to think about our rubbish and ways to decrease our footprint in this earth. I'm not one of those tree huggers, if that's what y'all want to say. I don't even know what that means, tree hugger, but I do love my nature, because we need the air that we breathe to be nice and fresh. So I love nature. I'm definitely an outdoor person. I'm not gonna be chaining myself to a tree to keep somebody from cutting it down, but then again, I am crazy enough to do that, so who knows? I'm not gonna say I wouldn't. But anyway, I'm gonna end this before my rant gets too long. But you guys be inspired, be encouraged. It's rough out here. It's gonna get a little bit worse, because I think God is sending a message once again, because even after COVID, people have gone back to losing their doggone minds. So y'all be encouraged, be strong, always be prepared. Look up some information on how to be prepared, because me myself, I have candles that burn for 8 to 10 hours and all of this kind of thing. So be prepared, and you may want to go and get you some cash and keep it on hand, because some of these places, over here in Georgia, one of the stores were like, we can't use our card system because of what's happening in North Carolina and Florida. So you never know. Don't think that, well, it's not right here in my backyard, so it's not going to affect me. Yes, it can, and it will. So be prepared. All right, guys, rant over. Have a nice day, and I'll be back with you this week. I'm going to try and do at least 2 to 3 more videos this week. All right, guys, take care. Bye.